Okay. Um, it takes a lot of energy just to not react in a certain way. Especially with this nasty, disgusting psyop. I've really been tormented in different ways, but my body is just waking up, and that means that I don't have the energy that I used to have, even worse than before. I can definitely feel the effects of what they're doing to my body even more than before, and my brain is being more damaged than ever. Psychologically, I'm being tormented. It's so nasty what's happened to my brain, but what disturbs me the most is what I see when I get to the my work environment. Because what has happened now is I was employed by people who were supposed to break me down and make me accept this false reality. At this point, every day, I don't miss a day where don't listen to what they do to women and children. I'm a target individual, and I know that target individual comes in different gender and ages and races. They are doing so much horrible things to the most vulnerable people. And they create a psyop because what's truly happening is you just a test subject. The government is utilizing you to develop this weapon system. They contract the civilians that partake in this, do whatever they need to do, and get these incentives. Who knows if it's just financial or whatever else beneficial that they can get out of it, which can be a lot. We're talking about technology at this point, coming from the Defense Department. We're talking about technology that can do things to your body and alter your mind and your body. And is a whole ecosystem surrounding a target individual of people who are trying to break you down into accepting these manipulations. It is disgusting, disturbing, and you are destroyed physically and psychologically. You're being manipulated in the most disturbing ways you can imagine. But on top of that, there's like a surrounding environment that's supposed to confuse you and to make you believe how you're being manipulated is organically happening, and this is about something else than the reality of what it's truly about. What's truly about is just you're just a guinea pig, you're a test subject, the government using you to develop this weapon system, or they try to make it look like, at least in my case, in the other cases, where they try to present themselves this protectors of the communities, this avenger, like this like positive kind of heroic facade. It is disgusting. It is foul. Because this is happening to the most vulnerable people you can imagine. Babies are being tortured in this program. And it's clearly the government behind this. With me, what's happening is what is in correlation with what's happening with the country in regard of like the facade, like what people detest about this country. Sorry, let me repeat that because I'm being manipulated to say certain things that I'm not trying to say. What I'm trying to say is we've seen the elections, right? For some reason, this country is becoming more and more, let's just say, not conservative, but less believing in this liberal aspect of things. The country is really going behind it. So this is not about politics, but I'm just saying that there is something that's changed and that shifted how the majority of the country sees things nowadays, right? And a lot of it, and I'm a progressive individual in the liberal side of things, but today I see them as just trash, low life who have compromised an aspect of things because the people who put in this program are extremely conservative because they've shown the influences into this country. It's been a facade to try to distort who put me in this program. This company put me in this program. I know they made it clear that they put me in a situation that will destroy my life. To distort that reality, an opposite, like, optic has been presented to me. We're talking about because I moved to New York, very liberal, progressive, but it was kind of somewhat showing when I was before I moved to New York. But when I came to New York, they just really tried to embellish and surround me with this bullshit. What's happening to me is disgusting. And so they were trying to paint They're still trying to do that. We're like, no, what we're doing is we're just like radical, avenge kind of group of people who are protecting the community, and this is our money. And the truth is, the most disturbing things you can imagine. They've just used these optics to make you believe this, when the truth they're just opportunists. Because what they involved in does not correlate, does not make sense with what they're presenting themselves as. You can't be involved in a program that's out here burning vaginas of women and then pretend that you're out here avenging women. You can't be involved in a program that torture children and then be like, oh no, our children. You can't be working for governmental entities filled with pedophiles and then pretend that, oh, what we're doing to your brain is we're just mapping your. And the way they manipulate us is so disgusting. So for me, what you're saying here is just, it's so obviously fake though. That's why I don't, it's so like abnormally fake. It's so obvious that they're trying to be like, oh, look at us. And it's so disgusting. And I'm not going to say these people are not racist. This is not racist group of people. They're not, hey, we hate black people. No, that's not the kind of things. But they have this mentality that the way they present themselves is just like this fake work that has been really no longer respected. Because it's like a facade that I look this way. I'm an educated white progressive. I use all the pronouns. I know all that. But the truth is, and and because I look this way and my gender is this way, and I actually have this race. Look at me. Of course I will not. It's so disgusting. They're being racist without knowing they're being racist. That because you look like this, I'm supposed to think this is something else. You delusional shit. And don't get it wrong. There's people of all races partaking. But I've noticed that there's like a difference how everybody cope or deal with it. I see black women involved in it. They know. They look down. They like they know they're doing something trash. They enjoy it, but they're like, shit. I know I did something. Like this is foul, but I'm enjoying it. But this trash here that you see here, they think really like they're warriors. They're just like avenging away. We're doing anything we can because this is war. When the truth is, this shit, I just opportunity shit. There's far from any war. If there's any war, they're not the one going to get any of the consequences of this war. When it comes to mass shootings, because a target individual will lose their mind, it's not this trust you see there. They're going to be in jeopardy or have in danger. It's so nasty. What just happened to me is so disturbing. They were making me think. Listen, I'm a grown man. I've watched, and even before I was a grown man, I've watched adult content. I've watched adult porn star doing porn star things. I'm not perfect. These people are so pedophile centric that they try to make me imagine that these porn stars are children. And they tell me that they're going to frame me using child porn and have a pretend that I raped a child. Matter of fact, the child that they're going to frame me with apparently is also pregnant, and they're going to pretend the child is mine. At every level, this piece of shit are disgusting in life. They were making me think because I was like getting a document I had to download from like from like a Zoom call of some sort. They start making me think, oh, back in the days, and I'm not here to be graphic, but back in the days before porn site like Pornhub came up, to watch the video you had to download and then of porn. They try to make me imagine that was child porn. Because what they try to negate is they're actually working for child porn, for entities filled with child porn. Sorry, let me repeat that. Working for governmental entities like the Department of Defense, where child porn has been an issue, where there's been sharing of child porn using DoD computers. So what they're making me imagine is, while I was watching, to be a children instead of adult porn star. The adults. So I'm downloading this thing from Zoom, and I'm looking at and they make me think, you see, and it make me imagine a time where before like this website that was like porn star or Pornhub or whatever spring. And I'm sorry for the language, I mean, but I'm gonna be honest. This is how disturbing it is with the mental manipulations, and make me think, oh, that was child porn. When in truth, it was just regular, just adult porn. And I'm sorry. Yes, as an adult man, even before I was an adult, to be honest, I was watching porn. But they try to make me imagine something else. As a matter of fact, they try to create some other things and storylines that's just nonsensical to try to make me accept these things. Somebody in the hallways right now is making noise campaign to try to make me accept of this bullshit. Talk about me when I'm like even 15 years old. They have no shame because they tell me they're gonna frame me saying with children being raped, and so they make my mind imagine that, making me imagine that my whatever. And but it actually started this way. They made me imagine adult content, adult porn star doing adult porn star things by a specific porn act. Then they make me imagine this woman that is having that happen to her. Try to make me imagine that to be a child. Matter of fact, this was happening. Some disturbing thing happened. They were making me imagine that. I was like, this. So they were making me imagine that. And matter of fact, somebody was like, oh, yeah, okay, oh, thank you. Then they started to make me imagine that back in the days before Pornhub existed, when you had to like literally like the website there, you had to download to get the preview or whatever it is. That oh no, that was child porn. Do you understand how stupid this trash are? Making me really imagine things that non-existent because today they're prepping this child porn frame where they're gonna make me they're gonna implant children getting raped in my devices. They're making no campaign this trash. I really want us act like it's really true. There's better acting. I wish. Let me see if I can even capture the level of noise campaign. You hear this? They're making this noise campaign to really make me accept of this. I hope my microphone was able to capture that. Because they're prepping to implant children get raped. And so they're making me imagine these things. Matter of fact, they try to make me think of this like sex tape that came up in 2002. That everybody, even at the barber shop, people were watching that. It's like you see, you were able to, yeah, me and the rest of the fucking world. And so what you're seeing here is the type of psyop that they test the most. They thought that look at us because we're involved. We're daring, avenging, radical group of disgusting trash. That it makes them something else. And they're making noise campaign, they're slamming their doors and all this theatric shit that they know. As they make me imagine that when this back in the days before Pornhub and whatever, when you had to download from the website that everybody can access, that was child. And really try to act according to this, meaning that they were really trying to act as if it's true, with no shame. And there's perps like that. They'll walk around me, and for example, they'll say something about like a corny. I keep bringing up corny up a lot. Corny is a woman that I had interaction with. This interaction is where they try to be like, oh, he did this to her, did this. And I'm like, at this point, I will never let these people pretend that they're doing these things for a woman like Corny when they're involved in a program that torture thousands of women in the most disturbing ways. But think that because they got involved in the program where women are being burned, tormented, tortured, raped, I'm gonna let them believe that it is fierce for them to be involved in this fucking trash. I'm telling you, I'm so thankful that I'm not an aggressive person because at this point, you don't see them anymore as just regular people. You look at them as like, this piece of shit needs to die. This piece of shit needs to fucking die. Who can even try to do these things? And this trash, a coworker walks. I took a picture. It's like I'm gonna, of course, use your trashy ass. She walks and I'm telling you, the blur makes her look more fierce. The reality of what this person looks like is unbelievable, pathetic. I could hear her voice, but her voice, she can sound like such a deep. And you look at her, it's like, oh my goodness, you are just a fucking retard. Not even a retard, a fucking fragile, vulnerable shit, an opportunist. And she will walk. And she said, Courtney's like, you piece of shit, don't ever fucking say her name because Courtney will be destroyed if she was put in this program like so many other women. You're just an opportunist. And you try to be radical by saying that you're going to plant children getting raped. In a program that torture children sexually, in a program that's led by governmental entities filled with fucking pedophiles. Let me just say this. Governmental entities that are these entities have problem with pedophilia that's so massive that a bill called N National Defense Network Abuse Act was created, or at least introduced, because it's so bad that these pedophiles are not just downloading child porn. They download child porn using DoD computers. That's why they're making me imagine this trash. To negate the reality. It is the most disturbing things. And for them to walk as like, what do you think? You think just because you look at that gives you who you? I'm telling you, there is racism in different fashion. And target vigil is happening to target vigil in all races. But to be so entitled that you think that what makes you capable to even pretend that you're doing it for Courtney in a program where you clearly know that these women are being destroyed in this fashion? Is that because you're a woman that you can be involved in a program that torture women? They were making me think, oh no, but she didn't even try to make me imagine her pregnant. It's like the level of testimonials of what they've done to women. They have refused rape kits to women who've waken up in blood. In blood. Couldn't even, was sick, was throwing up, in pain. Go to a freaking doctor. A woman doctor, by the way. The doctor is part of this program in the system. The doctor treat this woman who just got destroyed, raped, treat her like shit because she's a target visual, and refuse to give her a rape kit. They try to say, oh, for Connie, you piece of shit, what you do to women? You delusional shit. For me, when I see them, it's just like, yo, you would destroy this woman's life in every way possible. You would rape her. You would destroy her family. You would destitute her. You will make her homeless. You will push her to suicide. And you think I'm going to let you speak for Corny? You piece of shit. This trash are so low life. Talking video, don't get fooled by the psyops. Nobody's perfect. I will never let them speak about Corny when they do this horror to women. Corny is living her life. no clue anything about me. I never traumatized her, but it will never come from people who can torture women in these horrible ways and then claim that it's daring for them to implant videos of children getting raped and then to try to validate themselves, start making you experience imaginations and memories, falsifying them, making you think of adult porn star, which are obviously adults, but try to make me imagine them being children. And then create imagination. Oh no, but you see that in this needed to be downloaded. So this is because back in the days, before Pornhub came, before streaming came in this way, to watch a video, you had to download the video, open up, and there's this. And yes, I watched porn before Pornhub. Even when I was underage, when I was a kid. It's not good, but that's a reality. And so that's how we used to be able to watch porn. You had to download, you can see, okay. And I know I'm saying these things, understanding the reality. And the truth, because they work for governmental entities where pedophilia and child porn is something that's just so much of it. They start making me imagine this way. And they were making noise campaigns, slamming the doors. Thinking that because these shits are involved in this program, that changes reality of what they just did. Because this normalizes, because you see this shit like that. It's radical. You know what the things I do to just show them how nothing they are? They play with my brain the way they play with my brain. They have this disturbing manipulation that's pedophilia centric on top of that. But that's in real time. They force me to get these experiences. This is meant to break me down. But then they try to validate themselves by falsifying reality in this fashion. They're the one that own child porn, accessing child porn. They even tell you, we're going to pretend that you raped a child. This retard of a child is like, because they're being hyped by people who are supposed to be these like liberal, progressive people. They're excited about this. They think, oh, that's cool. We at war. Look at her. It's so nasty. This retard don't even understand that. What do you think your damn life is going to be? You see this trash? She has nothing to lose. But you, pretending to be raped? Some of them are telling me that they're going to pretend that there's going to be a teenage child who is pregnant, and they're going to make it look like the pregnancy is coming from me. That I'm the father of this pregnant child. Oh, sorry, of the child that is within this child. And they're going to have a fake DNA test. Like, do you understand this level of disgusting? Destroying the life of this retard and the retard child. While telling me that they're going to they can implant videos of children getting raped. Disgusting trash. Really trying to make me imagine that. It's like, oh, I feel bad. It's like, feel bad. For what? Implanting videos of kids getting raped? Is that what makes you feel bad? You have a problem sleeping because you're planting children getting raped into people's computer. That's what you're saying you feel bad about. That's the things they say. Nastiness. Foul, disgusting things. And they think that life after they're gonna move on. They think, yeah, we were implanting children getting raped in people's computer. So, for me, to imagine somebody who just walk in front of you and think the way I look should just negate that. I'm just being radical. It's fierce. because it's coming from me. We are at war. Then this low life in the office, this office settings, like, we are at war. You trash ass. You're not at war. You're at war with reality. That's it. That's not real war. That's you just trying to make you believe, make reality be this fantasized thing, while you do these disturbing things to people. Then I'm supposed to think what is happening to your brain. We're just mapping your brain. You who tell me you're gonna feel bad implanting children get raped, who at this point even falsify memories, which this technology can do. This is why this trash enjoy this. It makes them feel like gods. You as a human subject can be manipulated in so many levels. They can make you think that they can make you experience in real time experiences of all sorts. Of all sorts. They forced me to have sexual stimulation throughout the whole day. Today was bad. I would look out of the windows, you see it like a kid just walking. They start making me have stimulation, and they start making me imagine things I wasn't even able to see, that I couldn't even see, to try to make me think of this kid in sexual ways. And this trash there will be like, we mapped it. This fucking trash. You just tell me you're just gonna dare. You know you're gonna feel bad and playing children getting raped. What do you think? Oh, but you look this way, so it's fierce. There was this woman, she was acting like all aggressive. I was like, don't even touch me, you piece of shit. Don't even fucking touch me. Don't even get fucking near me in that way. Cause you think that being a woman negates what you're involved in. Let me tell you, obviously she was Caucasian. And she was acting, oh my god, I'm so mad. It's like, did you hear all I was hearing all day today? Do you think you being mad changes what? And they try to make me think of for corny for this. It's like, what? You torture women in horrible ways. You know what this program does? Even children, babies. Why do you think that you can act this way and it's going to negate all this torture? Why you tell me you're going to have children pretending that they got raped? And that's daring. That's just you, just fierceness. Nasty fucking trash. Targeting vigil, you gotta be strong. And they tell me, we're gonna be, I was in a meeting with these people. They would talk, don't, like they just start making jokes about somebody else. And they said something, we might have to bond you, something like that. And I was like, are you gonna be framed? Because that's what they tell me they're gonna do. I said that out loud. They started pretending like, all sweating, bullets. They thought I was gonna let them live their fantasy. It's like, what? You're out here talking about in playing child porn and thinking, and that make me think. And I'm gonna be honest. And excuse my language here. They make me imagine adult performers who do who do porn, doing anal. Okay. Yes, I've watched that. Then try to make me imagine these adults are not adults but children. Then, so nasty. Matter of fact, there was something. I'm not even sure if it's true or not. I saw something in the blurred background because I was on the call. I thought it was an object. I saw this object move. I was like, oh my gosh, what's that? And this object was not an object. It was actually a person. It was a child. Well, let me just say that. It didn't look like a person because it was blurred. The reason why I think it's a child, because this person before that, she said something about, sorry, my child came in, something like that. Some bullshit stuff. Because when they say that I'm supposed to be accepting of this manipulation, they force me to have sexual stimulation just by somebody saying, my child who's a girl came in. And then I'm supposed to be, this is for me, because I'm getting this stimulation that this technology obviously can't do. But anyways, they will make me think of this adult content of adults, but make me think that they were children. Then this blur, that I thought for a second was actually an object, but just because it moved away, I was like, okay. And then I was like, that was a child. They start making me imagine this blur being part of this thing, whatever. It's disgusting. And the audacity of these people on the call start making himself look like, oh my gosh, I'm so in shock. Oh, that was I just saw that. And I'm like, you fucking clowns. Matter of fact, I thought this thing was an object over there. I thought it was the background, was like some kind of like white thing behind it. So I couldn't even tell it was something there. It's nasty. And they try to make me imagine like what it would look like. It's just literally a blur of something white. That's putting things together. It's like, oh, maybe it's nasty. And they try to make me imagine this blur part of this nasty things. They make me imagine my brain. It's so disturbing. But what broke me down is just not even broke me down. What made me feel an anger that I never felt before? Well, not even that, but what made me just like, I'm not gonna let this trash leave the fantasy. Do you think because the way you look makes you different? Like, what do you think this is? You know what you deserve for that, right? And they're hyping the people around me because they don't look just like her here. They don't look. They're different ethnicity. Now, these people think that because this shit are partaking in this, it makes it okay. And let me just say that black, white, Hispanic, Asian, all of these perps of all sorts, and they all have a way of like reacting and coping with what they're doing. But what I've noticed, and I am definitely not racist, I definitely have no problem dating or being with somebody who's not my ethnicity, my race. I have no problem with that. But I have to call out the reality here. There is a level of entitlement that when it's us doing it, it's radical. Because they're trying to create this nowadays what you see in rallies of like just like passionate like white females and just like, oh my gosh, our body up, and that's what they're trying to paint. Which ironically, today, the reason why so many people are so turned off by it is because they see that as just like a signaling. It's a falsified reality. It's so hypocritical in real world that today people are less and less into it, like the majority of people. Obviously, there's still the college, like still, but majority of people are moving away of that, and there's a bubble of false reality that these people live in. That more people moving away because they're realizing these people are full of shit. It's just when it's convenient for them, they become that. But ironically, for me, that's the same object they've used to try to make me think that, oh no, we're just avenging protectors. Listen, it's a psyop. They can change the psyop tomorrow to be like the most conservative, all a dominant, not even dominant. What's the term? Toxic male, or not even. They're just like male driven, like Russian or whatever. That psyop can come and completely be a new psyop. I understand that, but it's so disturbing that somebody would like, don't you see how disgusting these things look like? Why would you even accept to be the psyop? In this program where you clearly know what you guys do to women and children and try to make it radical to implant child porn when today in this country people don't even respect people like you. And you are making progressiveness, liberalness look bad. Isn't that what everybody's saying right now? And on top of that, you know who put me in this program? The governmental entities who is destroying my life are here being ranked top tier pedophiles, while you trashers are forcing me to have these experiences. Try to present now with us because we look this way, we're mapping. No, you're not mapping, you manipulate the brain. But in fact, you're so manipulative of my brain that you even try to make me think of this adult content of adults to be children. And falsifying whatever story you can. Oh, dad, remember that? Look, because they're done with child porn using DOD computers. They try to make me match. Oh, but back in the days before like Pornhub came up, or whatever, like typical. Even before, I think even YouTube was something to watch. You had to like download this and then you And so now you see, that's trash ass. That's how fucking bad it is. It is insane and disturbing. But they're so compromised at this point. They don't care. They don't care about implanting children getting raped on your computer. They don't care about having a child pretending they get raped, or they got raped, or pretending that the child that they're having, because this not even pork, these kids are obviously doing something they shouldn't be doing at that point of their life, where they get pregnant. That we're gonna make it look like this person's pregnant is pregnant. This person who's a child is pregnant by you. It's nasty. And for me, as the people who put in this program are winning, have won majorly this election. Majorly. I mean, extremely winning. It's not even, they stopped these elections. They destroyed, they've won in ways, they invested. These trash are here. Talk about, oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. The government is doing that. Is running this program. Of course, the government is gonna win this. But you lost. You've proven these people who put in this program right. But this trash shouldn't be trustworthy. They're for sale. They don't stand on nothing. They're just clowns. They sacrifice their fucking retarded kids and pretend like this radical war. They're retards. Hey, go ahead. It's your money. Look, they can't even say this person's name. They're going to say this fashion. Watch. And I'm talking about Roy Moore. I was in the office listening to this over and over. You should have seen how these people walk away because they couldn't say the name. It's bad. And they're like, oh, we got you. It's like, I'm dying. Of course you got me. And they're like, no, it wasn't rape. What happened with you and Courtney? These people are involved in the program where rape is so commonly done that this man calls it out. That so many women are literally speaking about being raped. They're involved in a program that does this all around the world. It's global. Mass rapes. Rapes in masses. They involved in a program that does that. Toward women. But hey, they're women, so it's okay. We've done it for Courtney. The woman they don't give a fuck about. They would torture her the same way they torture so many women and pretend like, oh, so sad, poor woman. No, and they're like, oh, that was semi-rape. It's like, is it semi-burning vagina? Is it semi-cutting the internal of that vagina? Is it semi-zapping the genital of this woman? Is it semi-harming the genitals? Is it semi-waking up in blood and being refused a rape kit? Is it semi-pushing this woman to suicide? Is it semi-destitution? Is it was it burning? Is it semi-crippling? Is it semi-destruction? They do all these horrible things to women, and you want me to have this like logical, rational conversation about what happened between me and Courtney? I was like, what the fuck? Do you think I want to talk to people who are involved in a program that can do this evilness and atrocities to women? You know how they do it now? They tell me they're going to do worse to me. They're going to do worse to me than what they do to women and children. That's how normalized they try to normalize these things. And still try to sound fierce. You fucking trash. Just opportunist. Whatever happened between me and Courtney, I will never let people who do these things or involve, not even do these things, partake. They don't even have to have done that to others in regard of like being involved in this program multiple times to the point where they've done it to women and children. The program does that. These people are in this program, no matter if this is the first time they're doing it or the millionth time. The program they're in does that, and they know that very well. They know that they involved in something that burn vaginas, torture children, torture women, and they know that very well. Matter of fact, today they negate this. Matter of fact, they know they're so pedophilia centric that they're making me imagine stories like that where they make me think adult content of adult stars who are adults doing anal, and they try to make me imagine those to be children. They even make me imagine that before Pornhub was a thing where you could just stream or be online, be able to like see the whole. That's when you had to download or had to like press some kind and see this. Oh, that was child porn. Matter of fact, they even tried to do this in March of 2020. There was a massive OnlyFans link. OnlyFans link that people were talking about it. And I'm not perfect. I went to see what this link was about because everybody was talking about. There's one OnlyFans star model. She's with her boyfriend having sex because she's turned around looking away. You only see her back in the back of her head. She's somebody in her 20s. They're like, now you see, first of all, they tried to make me think, oh, the room was not clean, so that's it. And then because she has like this voice that's kind of soft, somebody who's like in the early 20s. It's like, yeah, I see. And then to the point where they're making me imagine her legs being too shorter. That's how bad it was. It's crazy. To try to break me down into this. And so now they're even going to whatever they can. Oh no, that was a child. Oh, you remember that? And then make me, for example, they make me. Oh, you remember when you download this porn, regular porn? Try to make me imagine that was child porn. And they have a bunch of people, inclusive of mothers, part of this ecosystem, excited that I'm going to be framed by children, excited that they're going to implant children getting raped on my computers, on my devices. And they feel bad about that. Oh, I feel bad about implanting children getting raped on trash. Target individuals stay strong and see this low F where they are.
Basically, I just want to speak out and let everyone know a situation that's been ongoing for quite some time, since October of last year, that I've noticed. I am a targeted individual that is dealing with voice to skull. This is not another Myron May video. I'm not going to commit suicide. I want to speak out about being a targeted individual and what we can do to stop this sick crime that's going on in America today. That's a silent crime, and I feel like we need to step out. The more people that speak out about it, and the more people that have their voices heard, and the more people that don't give up and support each other, we're going to be able to be strong and make it through it. I've met some really amazing.
Hey, I just woke up after a pretty rough night. The same thing happened last night as the night before, which was whenever I was trying to go to sleep, the private parts of my body began being burned again, and it felt like someone pushing out something. I'm called a targeted individual. A lot of strange things. I've been doing some research, I guess what it's called, organized stalking. I'm called a targeted individual in a lot of capacities of the things that I've faced. So today, just kind of just feeling some pretty general fear about my own safety, The government's burning the private parts of my body. So, like, I'm told that, like, even presidents get prosecuted if they commit crimes. But the reality is, my government has protected my abusers and even caused them to abuse me. And that since I was a child, when I was a child. And just like feeling like those ugly, helpless feelings, like I couldn't protect myself when I was 5, and like feeling like a lot hasn't changed since then, like, and some things have changed, you know, some things have changed, but just like those feelings of helplessness, of like not being able to really help myself. I don't feel like everything is alright. I shouldn't have to go through the same things as I did. I'm just not coping very good. I don't feel like everything is alright. I shouldn't have to go through the same things as I did when I was little. I sent the Department of Justice a cease and desist and told them that they're acting in coercion with the entities and people that child sex trafficked me. And then I wondered if I wanted to, if it was safe, or if I was having bad psychology to send it, like, because it made me feel like I was putting myself in more danger. But I just felt like I had to send it, and maybe I think there's someone good on the other side of the letter that would say, oh, this is bad, or I don't know. I'm afraid maybe that's not true, and it's just gonna get me killed. It's hard to tell the system that they do bad things, because it always wants to believe that it's good. It wants to believe that I'm shaking, that I'm bad and the system is good. And the system has raped me and done bad things to me so that it could say that I'm bad. And it's good. Like, if something really bad happens to